Kelly Kirksey. I am the Interim Minister of Family Life here at Inman First Baptist Church. Thank you for joining me today for Advent Storytime. I wanted to let you know that we are reading from Unwrapping the Greatest Gift by Ann Voskamp. It is one of my favorite Advent books. I've been reading it to my children for years, and we enjoy it. Today we are on December 11th, and I am so thankful that you are here. Our text today is Joshua 2:18. You must leave this scarlet rope hanging from the window. It's called the red rope. A long time ago, after God gave his love promises to his people, one red rope saved the lives of a girl and her father and her mother and her sisters and her brothers. The girl's name was Rahab, and she was known as a girl who did bad things. She lived in a town named Jericho, a town where no one worshiped God. The people who lived in Jericho built high walls around their town to keep enemies out, but no one could keep out the one real God. God told his own people that the land of Jericho would be theirs. So 2 men of God came spying out this land, slinking closer to Jericho, and they found the city gate standing wide open. God does that. He opens doors and opens the hardest hearts. The spies walked through the gate. They knocked on a door. Rahab let them in. But someone saw the men slip into Rahab's house. They told the king, and the king sent soldiers. Then, quick, Rahab hid the 2 spies up on the roof under piles of straw, so the soldiers didn't find the spies. When Rahab pulled that blanket of straw off the hiding spies, she whispered to them what was beating loud in her heart. Your one real God works real miracles. I believe in him. But even more, I want to live for him. God can show himself and his huge, uncontainable love wherever, whenever, to whomever. High walls and hard hearts can't stop his love from coming. Sin and badness can't stop his love from coming. The love of God can come over any wall, can open the door of any heart, and can find anyone, anywhere, in anything. Rahab couldn't stop smiling. God loved her at her darkest, and he held her with the biggest and grandest and greatest love. That is always the secret to unwrapping the biggest, greatest, grandest gift. Believe that the love of Jesus is in the place where you don't expect it. Then live into the surprise of a love like that. Because Rahab believed in the one real God and had decided to live for him, the 2 men of God promised, if you hang this red rope from your window, you and your father and your mother, your brothers and sisters will be kept safe when the soldiers take Jericho. And God gives this city to his people. Rahab nodded yes. She hung that red rope out her window like it was her only lifeline. Her heart was tied to God's by that one red rope. God changed the heart of a girl who had done bad things. When the soldiers came to take the city of Jericho, Rahab was saved, not because she was good, not because she did good things, but because she trusted the one real God. God would send a prince named Salmon to marry Rahab, who was expecting that. And the girl who had done bad things but gave her heart to the one God became Princess Rahab, who had a baby boy who would grow up to be a baby boy, who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would become the king of God's people, which means that Rahab would be the great-great-grandmother of King David, the greatest king of God's people. And Rahab would be the many, many, many times over great-grandmother of the greatest and most perfect king ever, Jesus. Jesus, who painted a red rope with his very own love, with his very own blood, and gives himself to you like a red rope and whispers, no matter what you've done, hold on. I love you, and I've got you. Everywhere do you see it? Christmas presents tied with red ribbons, little red ropes. They tie all of our hearts to Jesus, the greatest and grandest gifts. All the red ropes everywhere shaped into hearts. They wrap the happiest love right around you. Today, I hope you take a minute and think about how Jesus is a lifeline for you, or how Jesus could be a lifeline for you. If you just grab on to that little red rope, if you just recognize how Jesus loves you and cares for you and is always there for you, no matter what has happened in your life. And I hope as you begin wrapping presents, when you see that little red ribbon, that you will think of our story today and remember how deeply loved you are. I hope you have a wonderful 11th day of Advent.